What's up, guys? What's the real reason for Trump's tariffs? This is my first time listening to Liberal Redneck. I saw him on social media everywhere, but I never listened to him. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a listen. You guys like and subscribe.
Hey, y'all, well, the global economy is reeling as markets crash worldwide in response to Trump's tariffs, and things have been going so well lately. A lot of people are struggling to figure out what's the plan here. Some are like, oh, this is clearly just a de facto sales tax on regular Americans and a tax cut for the rich. Sure, but I mean, rich people have spent the past few days watching their jetpack money evaporate by the billions, so I'm not sure they're super thrilled either right now.
Right, that's what I'm saying. What's going on? Who is these tariffs for? If the rich people losing money and you're not getting, it's gonna take all goods and everything higher in price wise. Who is it for?
Now, and others say, no, you see, it's a revenue stream, so that de facto sales tax that could replace the income tax. Like, okay, but for regular Americans, and I'm no economist, but paying small money bunch time instead of big money less time still equals have that money no more. Also, it only works as a revenue stream if people pay the tariffs. I thought the whole point was people don't pay them because they're an incentive to bring manufacturing back to this country, right? The Commerce Secretary said the tariffs will mean that all those little millions of fingers screwing screws into iPhones, by God, that's going to happen right here in the US of A. Yeah, it's high time we got our nation's children off their tablets and into a sweatshop, baby. I've been saying it. It's a good deal, really, to give the kids something to do after we make it illegal to learn stuff later this year. But no, that's not fair to this guy. That's not what he meant. He said in this country we'll have robots do all that. Okay. Quick question. You do realize that when people in my hometown say they want you to bring factory jobs back, they don't mean so Wall-E has something to do while they fight in the water wars, right? And we all know you'd sooner piss on Ronnie Reagan's grave than consider something like UBI. So what's the point here, buddy? Well, let's ask the big man himself. Donald Trump says we need these tariffs to offset trade deficits we have. And actually, I kind of believe him. I kind of think that Donald Trump just is convinced that trade deficits are automatically bad because a minus sign and the word deficit are involved. Right? One of our biggest trade deficits is with a poor African country, and every year we buy hundreds of millions of dollars of diamonds from them, and they buy almost nothing from us. This is, of course, because we're a very rich country with enough disposable income to throw a lot of it away on purty rocks, and they're an impoverished nation without the means to buy enough Ford Focuses to offset that fact. Ergo, trade deficit. People with working brains understand this, but Donald Trump is possessed of a very, very bad brain indeed. And when he sees that, he thinks these barefoot gem miners think they could take advantage of the richest country in the history of the planet. Not on my watch. It really might be that simple, y'all. And by simple, I mean apocalyptically stupid. But it doesn't matter. It's not going to work. Everything's just going to cost more, and everybody's just going to stress more as we enjoy front row seats to the fall of dumb Rome. Yay. But then finally, some other people say, oh, you're overreacting. These tariffs are just a negotiation tactic. He's not serious. He's not going to leave them in place. Okay, but guys, even if Trump backs off at this point, the damage is done. The rest of the world is never going to trust us again.
Right, that's the point. That's the point right there. You're doing all this now, so if you turn course right now, we're stuck. We're stuck out in the open. They're not going to trust us. They're not going to want to trade with us. Just like Trump's first term, he screwed the farmers, and he made all the other countries kind of work out deals together. So now he's just trying to, I guess, get the rest of the countries to go to get together and take us out altogether.
But hey, at least we can rest easy knowing that we annihilated centuries worth of geopolitical capital in exchange for being able to tell gay jokes at the office again, I guess. Thanks, guys. Good trade. All right, YouTube, back with more in just a minute, but I want to let you know that these here opinions of mine are brought to you once again by the good folks at Private Internet Access, the world's most trusted VPN provider with over 30 million downloads. What do you need a VPN for? Well, there's a ton of reasons nowadays. Here's a fun one. You know, America ain't the only country with Netflix. No, a lot of people say other countries' Netflix even better than ours. Well, now you can find out. PI Access today. All right, YouTube, and we're back. I've been wondering when this was coming. As a millennial, I've been wondering when the next once-in-a-lifetime catastrophe was coming. I've grown accustomed to them. You know us millennials, man, if we don't get a generational disaster and a new set of participation trophies every 5 years or so, we start to get antsy. It's just a lifestyle we've grown accustomed to. What do you expect from us? This one is a little different, though, because most of the other, never supposed to happen type of tragedies that we go through, usually they can be traced back to your kind of classic evil doer downfalls like greed, hubris, pride, and there's some of that here too for sure. But this one is just so much dumber, and it almost makes it worse to deal with, right? But here we are, we're all dealing with it together, aren't we? I mean, we are, at least for the nonce. That's what I want to know. I see these like conservatives, they've been getting passed around lately, tweets they've had, big money, classic like stuffed shirt, suit wearing banker man type conservatives have been saying like, I gotta be honest, I did not think this would happen. I did not see this coming. You know, I thought that economic reasonability would be paramount, and I'm shocked. And it's like, first of all, I just think that's kind of hilarious because I feel like the implication of that is they're saying, like, look, I mean, yeah, I knew he was going to strip a lot of people of their civil rights. I knew he was going to round people up and put them into camps. I knew all that. I knew we were going to eradicate trans people and just make this a white Christian nation. Of course, I understood that. But, you know, still, I thought the market would be okay. You know what I mean? And to me, that's worth it. I could deal with all the rest of that stuff. Matter of fact, it don't keep me up at night at all, but I need the market to be okay, right? That's the first part of that that's funny to me. It's like just inherently kind of admitting that you're a huge asshole.
It's crazy.
It's completely lacking in empathy. But the second part is like, why did you think the market would be okay? Just like with the, you know, the Latina lady who went viral for crying about him, you know, deporting people because she said, I didn't think he would do this. It's like, oh, you mean the thing he said he would do the whole time? How are you shocked at him doing the things he would do? We literally are surrounded by people in this country who voted for a guy that they were convinced was lying to them, and that's what they wanted. These people line up to vote to this guy. They were like, look, I know he says a lot of crazy shit that of course would be bad, but he's lying to me. That's why I like him. I want him to not do the things he said. If I thought he was going to do the things he said he was going to do, of course I never would have voted for him.
Wow.
But you can't blame me, right? It's like, so what even were you voting for then? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen because I'm money dumb as hell, but I guess we're all going to find out together either way. Also, yes, as you could tell, I'll say this. Yes, I recorded the ad read you saw in this at a different time, and the fucking sun is giving me fits right now, but that's okay. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. I'll put this stuff up here. It's my new special, Trash Daddy. Please watch it if you haven't watched it already. It's fun. People like it. Get good reviews. It's a good time.
Trash Daddy.
Also, subscribe to the channel, and you can see all these silly things and all my podcasts and other videos that I got planned in the future and stuff, stand-up clips and whatnot. And most importantly to me, the other one, TreyCrowder.com. That's my website where I have my tour dates, where you can see where I'm coming to do stand-up shows. If I'm coming near you, you come see me. If you like these videos, you'll like that. It's not all this, but it's, you know, it scratches the itch and it's a good time. I'm good at it. I really think so. So I hope you'll come see me.
Man, I like this, man. He gets right to the point. And you know, I love to hear guys from this country, from the South or wherever he's from, with this type of sound, because you know, people on the other side think if you sound like this guy, then you're automatically a Republican or automatically a Trump supporter. So it's good to hear from guys like this that shows that, you know, people are hurting everywhere and there's liberals everywhere. But thank y'all for watching. Y'all like, subscribe.